What? Oh, of course. Of course. Hold up. Hold up. Hold up. Hey, there we go. There we go. What's up, my friends? How you doing this evening? All right. Camera's working. We are good. Let me grab the live stream link, share that in the Discord, and then we shall proceed. Oh, wait, did I make sure the microphone's on? Yeah, it is. Okay, good. Okay, good. I've been gone for a bit, and sometimes things just reset on their own. So, let's go ahead and share that link, yo. Okay. Perfect. That's good. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. Switch this up. I have missed you, my friends. I had anticipated on streaming more while I was on the trip, but multiple things did not really allow for that. We'll discuss that in a second. Let's do our hellos first of all. What up, Aang, Baba, Kentucky, Shelton, Freestyle, Ultima, Potts, Zircon, Death, Lich, Larry, Peppers. Who else is in here? Gianna, Jess, Sum, Wrestler, Everyday, Goddard, Sheba. What's up, my friends? What's up? How are you doing? Oh, Gianna Super Chat says, hook it up. I will hook you up with Lord of the Board. Thanks for starting it off in style. Also, I really do appreciate that I am your profile picture. It actually makes me feel really nice. Just so you know. It makes me feel special. Because I know that you do that because you enjoy what I do. And it's fun to see things like that. It's nice to know that people genuinely oh, fuck you, camera. Eat the entirety of my asshole. I was trying to say something nice, but of course the universe is going to punt me right in the fucking taint, because why wouldn't it? Why wouldn't it punt me right in the fucking flesh bridge, right? Right? Oh, good. Let's step it up. Let's add a new level of problems. Oh, now you're working. And now you're not working. Oh, lovely. Lovely. It's going to be one of them. One of them. Oh, suck my nuts. There we go. Suck my... Oh, fuck. Hold on. I'm going to unplug this bitch and plug it back in. For the love of God. For the love of greasy, ugly Christ. Come on. Come on, you dirty, dong-licking dumb fuck. I don't need this shit. Just work. Just do the one thing you're supposed to do. Just be a fucking camera. Okay. All right. All right. Just give it a second. Give it a second. Give it a second. Focus up on me, you fucking piece of crap. Okay. Let's go. Hey, 14 seconds until it does it again. What up, Kelly? What's up, Cletus? Jester, what's going down, brother? Hello, Maris. How you doing? You always notice something different in the intro. Today it's Kirby. Well, keep your eyes peeled. Oh, there's 66 viewers in here and a chat rate of 6. We got the devil action going on. I don't know why I'm doing this, but I guess it's to keep my eyes open for the devil in case the bread falls jam side down. You ever seen that movie, The Devil, by M. Night Shyamalan Ding Dong? Where there's that dumb part where like if it falls jelly side down, the devil's here. Fuck all the way off with that shit. I actually really enjoy that movie, but that part of the movie is very, very stupid. Like very, very stupid. Right? Right? Let's just use my promo code on Tolarian Library Proxies. Well, guess what, buddy? You might be one of the absolute first to get a Magic Historian sticker included with your order. Because Tolarian just got stickers of me as Hatcher the Historian, little book and everything, and sent over the pictures today, is sending me out some for my own purposes to distribute, and is going to be including them along with orders. So you might be the very first to get one of those stickers. Some still better frames than One Punch Man Season 3. Have I seen Season 3? I've seen Season 1 and 2. I don't know if I've seen Season 3. How did they figure out if the devil was there before jam was made? How did they decide that meant the devil was there, right? Like, and how are you not using that test all the time? Bro, if you could tell the devil was around because you were just throwing bread and it was going jam side down, I would be loafing it constantly. Just loafing it, boys. Just loafing it hard and fast. The devil's here. Got to get my jam out. Goddard Super Chat says, coffee for the camera to wake the fuck up and get its act together and do its gerb. Yes, I agree with you. Do your fucking gerb, camera. Man, oh man. Well, my friends, I am half exhausted, half elated, and half something else. I'm 150% right now. I'm 150, boys. Boys and ladies. And ladies, let's be real. I do have ladies in my audience. There's not as many of you, but you know, you're appreciated. You're appreciated. This means 6'7". This means 6'7" to the kids, but to me, this is juggling them jugs. So if it makes you ladies feel special, just know that spiritually right now, I am the universe and I'm cradling them for you. Let me take a little bit of the weight off of your chest. You know what I mean? Let me lighten your load. I am the wings beneath your tits. Cletus' super chat says, camera covered. That's your taint 1, universe 0. Hell yeah, buddy. Taint power. Whatever, this is the taint power move. Because what am I supposed to do for the taint, right? Just draw some hair on my hands or kind of wait, how do we do it? I mean, the taint does have that, like, does the taint have the bubblegum line that your ball bag does? Does it continue along? I can't remember right now. I gotta be real. I couldn't map out my taint if my life depended on it. I couldn't. So I guess I gotta end the stream and I gotta feel that shit like Braille. Speaking of Braille, I was in a washroom with this crazy textured wall. And it had these, like, just kind of grooves in it. And I thought, how funny would it be if somebody slid Braille in there? And, like, you know, you put your hand on the wall or whatever, and you can feel it, and it says, yo, this says I have a tiny dick, and everyone's laughing at me. Like, oh, a couple more people came in. What up, Ted? I see you there, buddy. What's going on? Bob, Wildfire, what's up? Aggressor came into 6'7". That ain't 6'7", unless it's, you know, 6 or 7 sets of titties that I'm bouncing up there and down. Kentucky professional streamer. That's right. Jesse, you need to juggle some jugs. It's a good ambition to have in life, bro. 100%. Before jam, they used butter to find the devil. You got to do what you got to do. You got to do what you got to do. Braille graffiti. That's right, Appleseed. That's right, bro. Woo! So I am back from my journey to the States. And man, was it a long journey, honestly. Did I manage to find Feastables and try it? Jeez, I don't know. I don't know if I managed to find... Shit, what's this? I thought this was a fucking tissue, bro. I was about to jam this up my nose, but look at that. Look at that. What is that, Jess? I did. Make sure to thank Double Strike, because he was eyes like a hawk, bwah, 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 soaring through the skies. And he saw this at the last possible moment. I looked on the way up and kind of gave up hope. And then bam, he spotted the area. They did have this brand of beef jerky, and I almost considered getting it, but this was what you wanted. So I have made your dreams come true for once in your miserable, pathetic life, bro. So just emblazon this in your brain as the highlight of your life, and everybody else feels sad for Jess that this is the best it's ever going to get for him, bro. So, I didn't try it yet because I saved it. I saved it for the stream. I saved it for when I'd be back with you, right? I could have tried it on the road, but I figured it'd be more fun to broadcast my most likely disappointment live, right? Right? Error, it's meth. I wish, bro. Sell it for that fucking cheddar. I could use the money. Life ain't cheap, but the ladies I like are... No, not really. The ladies I like don't have a price tag. Cause I don't sleep with hookers. I don't gots to pay for it, boy. I do not gots to pay for it. Oh. Are there any secrets for wonders I can tease you with? Well, no, I know stuff, but I can't, like, I can tell you, yeah, you know, you want to be teased? I can tease you. They're already telling me about set 4, and some of the stuff they got planned is wild, right? It's a wild. So bear that in mind. Just so you know, I've got the Wonders channel. I got a Wonders Facebook set up and a Wonders Instagram. Wonders Facebook already giving me problems. I posted my spoiler video, and they were like, we took your video down because it might feature children in a way that it shouldn't. And I'm just like, this is a video about cardboard rectangles? Digital ones? So the next time I post a video, I just need to put a big paragraph up along with it. So I guess Facebook, like, you can't even appeal it. You can't even appeal it. They're like, we took it down because it might have this in it. Well, it definitely doesn't, but whatever. Very confusing, but at the same time, not that confusing because it's digital nonsense. And speaking of nonsense, I'm getting too heated up. I can't even wear this. The weather has shifted here so much. It was like ice ball cold when I left, and now it's ball bag hot, right? So hold up. I got to switch into a t-shirt. You guys can get all excited thinking about what my... Whoa! Wait, that's right. Follow me. Stay with me. Look up. Look way up, right? I mean, the goodness is down here, but you're not going to see that. You're not going to see that on the internet. Pop, 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 pop. Anyways, you guys can enjoy the thought of me disrobing in the other room while I toss on a shirt. 1 second. I'm switching to a t-shirt. The fear is gripped me, but here I go. Let's give them a show. All right. Here you go. If you have not seen the glory of this shirt, behold in all. Oh, hold, not all of its glory. This is just part of the glory. You know why? Do you know what this shirt is called? This is the one, the only beast with 2 fronts. You've heard of a beast with 2 backs? This is a beast with 2 fronts. Bam! Check it out. There's no escaping the goodness. Hua! The beast with 2 fronts. You don't even know whether I'm coming or going. Well, you'll know if I'm coming. I'll tell you that right now. Koi said, hey, oh, camera, eat my ass, bro. Eat the entirety of it. Tongue my whole camera in just the way I like. There we go. Koi's got the right idea. You need to find ladies that would pay you instead. Don't sleep with hookers. Be the hookers. This stream started out with me getting paid by a lady. Gianna's a lady. I already get paid by the ladies. So, first step accomplished. Now I just got to give them a fast pass to Happy Town. That's it. I'm going to have a priority list. I'll just carry it around in my wallet. Oh, these are ladies who have super chatted me. They have first access to touch my fat fucking hog, right? Wrestler, I'm the same, bro. I am the same. Ain't nothing changed. What up, Frey? How's it going? Millmaster, the Beast's been away for a while. I know, right? Break stop, what's going down? Kevin, you have this camera, you turn the tracking off? Well, who gives a shit? Because this is my camera, and I'm doing my fucking thing. It can track me all around because I am fascinating. That's how that works. What up, Muffins? Your bones hurt? Well, that's my thing. You can't say that. I will have you dragged out into the street and beat with sand-filled hoses, all right? That way, it doesn't leave bruises. Good luck going to the authorities and saying, listen, this guy on the internet set the Cocoa Butter Boys on me, and they just wailed on me with sand-filled hoses. You're going to end up in the fucking funny farm, and I'm going to be laughing, all right? I'm going to be laughing. Frey, been watching me for a long time, like from the shadows, from the darkness. Oh, Oh, man. Oh, I am pretty wiped out from the trip. I got to be real with you. The last month has just been not the opposite of flying by. It has been time stretching out big time. It's crazy. It's crazy how once you get into a rhythm and you start to live your life, the days start to go like that. Bang, 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 bang. Because I for real feel like the last 2 years were faster than the last 3.5 weeks. The last 3.5 weeks have felt longer than 2 years. Now, unfortunately, some of that is due to my suffering. So it's not all goodness, but it also has to do with doing a lot of things that I wasn't doing before, changing it up. Like, you just get into the rhythms because they're comfortable, but it's also almost like record this shit on a VHS tape, pop it in. There you go, Grandpapa fucking perp talking about the old technology. Pop that VHS in the VCR, give it a couple of slaps for good luck, and just hit play and just rewind it and play it back each day, bro. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? Habanero, you'd like to imagine if I were to suddenly tear my shirt off, my chest would look exactly the same as it does on that shirt. Bro, I wish that I was this hairy. I have just enough hair to count as a man. Your camera's not even really going to pick it up. I got some tufts for the ladies to, oh, here you go. You can play with it. And I got a little bit that'll stick out the back of my shirt, but all my manliness went into the fat dong. Let's be real. It was just like, forget all the hair. But like, look at this. Look at how hairy this is. Also, this guy's pretty fat. And my belly button doesn't look like it's been stretched out by a dick. You know, there's that too. Right? What up, Fresh? Glad to see I'm doing well even after my trip. Well, thanks, buddy. Nice to see ya. What up, Henlo? James, it's called getting old. Not really. If you're talking about the way time moves, it's not getting old at all. It's absolutely what you do with your time. 100%. 100%. If you keep doing the same things over and over and over and you live in that rhythm, then time will go by much more rapidly. And that is regardless of your age. Woo! Man, oh man. So yeah, it was quite the journey. Me and Double Strike headed down. It's a long ass drive, right? We drive like 8 to 10 hours the first day and then another like, I don't know, 3, 4, maybe 5 hours the second day to get down there. Same deal coming back. And I did not get nearly enough sleep. My sleep schedule completely fucked by this, boys. Completely fucked. Getting up in time to be around for everything, all of it, right? Because it's a big, long event. Basically, we left last Tuesday. We get in on Wednesday, and then it's doing stuff the whole time. I thought I would stream on the road, but that was a no-go. The internet connection was not strong enough, regardless of the fact that I got me a fat internet package with my phone plan with way more than enough data, which maybe we'll just use to do some wander streams. Maybe I'll find some fun places to hang out in the wild, and we'll use it. Because the new plan actually has... it's got like 100 gigs of data, which is crazy good for streaming. And then it's also faster, like speed-wise, than the plan that I had before. Because the plan I had before was just sufficient. You know what I mean? And this is way beyond sufficient. But regardless, traveling, it wasn't going to work. And by the time I would stream, I was way too late. I was doing all kinds of stuff. Yeah, Baba can attest to the fact that I was busy the whole time. I literally... was doing stuff with the Wonders people the first day that I got in. We did multiple things. Going out to eat and whatever else. And then I met up with Baba and his woman down in the bar at the hotel at like midnight or something like that. I don't know. Maybe it was a little bit earlier than that. But either way, we hung out for hours, chatting. It was a good time, genuinely. Like, Baba and his lady are my friends, like full on. You guys are my friends, right? That's how this works. It's like straight up, the people in my stream are my friendliest friends out of all the people who watch me because we connect on a fucking bigger, deeper level, right? And hanging out with Baba and Nicole, I'll let you guys know, when you hang out with me in person, you get even more fucking details about what's going on. I'll talk about all kinds of crazy shit. Because if I feel I can trust you, it's all good. So we talked about all kinds of stuff for hours. It was some emotional bonding good times, overall. It was genuinely a very nice time. That was just the first night. We went out to the arcade together. We went to the zoo together. We went to the fucking Korean grill house together. We did all this shit. I met up with other fans. Other fans came with us to the zoo. I went with another fan to the museum. Did a whole bunch of different stuff with different people on different days. And I was fucking exhausted by the end of it. Habanero, did I get any kind of footage? Yes, actually. I got a bunch of footage of a bunch of different stuff. And I thought to myself, I was saying to Double Strike on the way back, I'm like, I've got all this footage. No idea how much of it I'll actually use. Because when it comes down to it, like, I don't really make vlogs, but when I make videos talking about stuff, I don't need anything but me on the screen. I paint the pictures with words, but I did take you know what? I'll show you some of the pictures in case you haven't seen them. They're popped in the Discord, where it was just like I stopped at some of the rest stops and shit. Here's one. Check it. It's kind of a little blurry on the camera, but there's me in South Carolina, right? Getting to South Carolina, and then here's one of me in Almost Heaven, West Virginia. The camera is really not showing it non-blurry, but the picture is not blurry. You can see these better in the Discord, boys. Here's a picture of me and Millmaster. He's that fucking rusty can. I thought that was funny. Hey, Blue Cats, how are you doing? Nice to see you. Always nice to see you. Then when I checked in at the hotel, they had a little Shattering gift bag for me, which was pretty sweet, right? So they had that picture. This picture is actually at the Imagination Mining Studios. So the people who make Wonders and Boba and all that stuff, they wanted me to come down to meet with a professional photographer who took professional photography shots of me for some promotional stuff. Now that I'm doing the Wonders Historian channel, they're leaning into it and giving me support. They literally made this gigantic banner for it and everything. Like, again, the pictures are way better. They're way better inside the Discord. So if you want to see that stuff there. And then, like, on the return trip from Virginia, there's that, right? Like, but those are just the pictures I shared in the Discord. I took a whole bunch of other pictures to aid in my storytelling, if necessary. This guy. He's got all these stickers on the back of his truck, and one says, "Only gay cops pull me over." And I started howling. I was like, that's amazing. That is just fucking hilarious to post on your vehicle. So yeah, I got a shitload of pictures. I recorded a bunch of video clips of stuff too. Some from the event, some from outside the event. So I have a bunch of stuff to help in the storytelling. It may or may not, they may or may not be used. They may be used in another capacity. I don't know. Yeah. Oh, Sam dropping the memberships. Hell yeah. Thanks for gifting 10 memberships, buddy. Sharing the love. Both out in the Wonders Historian banner was crazy cool. Did I get to take it home? I didn't get to take it home. I believe the plan is they're going to actually ship it to me because the guy who, basically what happened was there's multiple different levels of individuals working at the company. And so basically my main contact is Joe. Joe is the guy who basically made sure I was taken care of. He's my go-between, whatever. And he's pretty good. He's pretty good at what he does, right? Last time when I went down and met him, there was somebody else in charge of doing this stuff. It was Kelly. Kelly's moved on to work in a completely different field now, right? And so Joe took over, but there's also another dude, James, who's going to be basically taking the torch from him in some ways. But regardless, Joe was like, yo, check it out. We got this banner made for you. And they were thinking about sending it around to Star City, like the Star City tour, so that even when I'm not there, it's just making people aware of it. And Jeff pointed out, he's like, see, this is a good banner for when we're here at the table or whatever, but this doesn't translate into people thinking, yo, this is a YouTube channel I should follow, so we should get another one made that like specifically makes that obvious and a part of the focus. So they're going to whip up, the banner's like 8 feet tall. It looks really good. And so then they were like, you know what? Joe said, do you want to take this one or whatever? And I was just like, yeah, that'd be all right. So I believe he's going to ship it out to me. I know they're going to be shipping me some of the new set to open, so that'll be cool. But I don't know for sure if I'm going to I'm not 100% sure if I'll get the banner. Probably. But what I will be getting is a Wander Historian's playmat, a Wander's Historian mouse pad to use for the downward opening camera angle, all that stuff, you know? So yeah, the trip was dope. Honestly, I had a great time. I'll go into more detail about certain aspects of it when I do my Shattering recap video, which will come out in the next couple days. So getting some details sorted out, but I will have the Shattering video coming out in a couple days. I got to figure out I've got to unpack the whole experience in my mind as well, because there was a lot of stuff going on. I'll tell you some of the stuff that may or may not make it into the vlog video, because it's not really, and it's not, I don't even know if I'm going to call it a vlog, because I don't really vlog that well. Maybe more practice. Doesn't matter. It's not something to get hung up on. But got in the first day, met up with the Wonders people. We went out to the Brazilian steakhouse, which was great. I'm not used to sitting down at a place for dinner for like 2.5 hours or whatever, but cracked a lot of jokes. It was good. Master a Bluevy. See, this is why he is a giant mindless metal can full of dirty rainwater, because that's how his brain works. So nothing happened with the actual Wonders stuff on Wednesday, because the event started on Thursday. Thursday was breaking games, where it's just cracking packs trying to hit the serialized cards in a competition style way where you move up the chain if you do. So I made it to the second round in the competition, and Double Strike dominated. Again, last year he beat me. I didn't win at all, and he went all the way to the end. And he went all the way to the end this time too, and cracked a stone foil. If you guys don't know what a stone foil are, the camera, of course, right as I'm about to show this. The downward facing camera's working. Eat that. Okay, this is a stone foil. Basically, every card gets a 1-of-1 treatment, and there's only one in existence of it, right? So, Double Strike actually got a stone foil during the competition. Just blew everybody away. And it was like, really? Okay then. Well done. Bumpy lip boo, it's the Wonders Historian. Hello! Clicked on the wrong thing there. That was my that's my Wonders video opening. That's the intro for my Wonders Historian channel. It was hailing where you are, Millmaster? That's wild. What up, Wyla? How's it going? So he did really well. He did really well that first day. So that was what happened the first day. The second day was on demand, more of the breaking games if you wanted to play them, and some people did, or sealed events, where you get 6 booster packs, build a deck. I hopped into one of those. So I played in a sealed event for a little bit of time, but then it was time to hit up the zoo. So me, Baba, his lady, and I'm bad with names. I know in the Discord, because everyone has usernames, and then the real names, and it's Raphael and his wife, basically, right? They came to the zoo as well. So we went around as a unit, as a fat, throbbing, uncircumcised unit, and we hit every part of that zoo. Literally the entire thing. We were there for hours. We smelled the stink of every animal in that animal prison, right? Nothing like seeing a bear that is trapped all by itself in an enclosure that's definitely not big enough for it, in sweltering heat, where its fur coat is obviously making it uncomfortable. It has to roll around in the water and play with a crappy little piece of wood. I got to admit that a lot of the animal exhibits are depressing prison states. That's what it felt like, man. That's what it felt like. I was happy to hang out with them, but like the zoo itself. Blue Cats, did I get hair on my chest from some pure American influences? Don't pretend like you don't love this exactly the way it is. All right? You let me know. You let me know when you're ready for the pure whiteness that is lying underneath this, right? I'm red all the way up here and then white all the way down until you get to the other red blood-filled head. yeah, the first part of the day was the breaking games and the sealed events, and then it was the zoo, which was a nice time. And then after that, it was coming back for the shattering. I needed a nap in between. I needed naps here and there because my time was just getting chewed up by all the things that needed to, or not needed to, but basically I elected to do, right? So, yeah, it was, and then it was the shattering on Friday evening. So early on Friday was a zoo. And then it was the Shattering Friday evening, which is the main event where everybody gets all their product. The set is actually being released at that point. It's not the full. It's like the pre-release. The whole event is like a pre-release weekend, right? So that's when everybody who's ordered their stuff online, who wanted to have it delivered to the event, gets it delivered to the event, and then everybody goes nuts cracking stuff. And there are some absolute ballers, like crazy ballers, like on an insane level. Absolute ballers, where they're like the amount of stuff. We're talking laying out tens of thousands of dollars on boxes. They're opening the craziest stuff. There's people there who are just like, if it was Magic, it would be the equivalent of like regular booster boxes and collector booster boxes. And this person's like, I'm just going to sit here and open collector booster boxes because I bought so many. And you guys open up my regular booster boxes. And so they've got like multiple people at the event who are just cracking their regular boxes and sorting for 4 or 5 hours straight. Like insanity. And the Wonders people were like, well, you need stuff to play with. You need stuff to trade. So here you go. They had a table set up for me with my banner. They had a bunch of boxes ready for me to go. They had a whole bunch of sleeves and even the top loaders for if you hit some really good stuff, you know, like all of it. So it was just like, imagine everybody loving card games just sitting and cracking stuff endlessly. Blue Cats, thanks for the welcome home. I'm happy to be home. So I'm just going to send a text to somebody special. Bam. There we go. There we go. So yeah, the Shattering part was awesome. You know, everybody was having a good time. They literally have a card in the game called the Blazing Phoenix Pub. They actually have a Blazing Phoenix Pub at the event. You know, so that was cool. They also have cute women working the event, like not the Wonders people. They have people who work for the hotel who are there cleaning up during the event and moving stuff around. And there was some real cuties there. And now that I'm a single man, I forgot what it was like to flirt with ladies. So I flirted with these ladies. Why not? The one, I talked to her for a very brief amount of time, and walking off, I heard her exclaim, I like Mike. I like him too. He's a good guy, right? And then her friend, coworker, or whatever, started, like, because I talked to her later on at the event too, and then her coworker came up, and she said some stuff, and it's like, oh, a bit of a freak, aren't you? And she's like, oh, I'm a real freak. I'm like, interesting. Speaking of ladies, the universe just decided, what night was it? What night was that? Friday or Saturday? I don't know. The times kind of blended together. I ended up going out late night to the arcade with Baba. We had a good time. And I come out of Double Strike's room at like 2 a.m. Baba, was it Saturday? Okay. Wait. No. Was it? It could have been, it doesn't matter. It was Friday or Saturday night, like 2 a.m. I come out of Double Strike's room, and there's these 2 fucking black chicks with huge tits who had been out at the bar or whatever, right? And I just step out into the hall, and I'm wearing my nice fucking purple jacket, nice button-up shirt, got the fucking good hat on, like, I'm looking good. And they let me know. They were just like, as soon as I stepped out, like, hey, what's going on? And I was like, what's up, ladies? We're out a little late, aren't we? And she's just like, late? It was early. And I was like, I guess it matters. I mean, it is 2 a.m. I guess it depends on how you look at things. And so they started chatting me up. And the one was just complimenting the way I was dressing, the way I looked, all of it. She was basically throwing it at me. Like, full on throwing it at me. Massive amounts of compliments. All that stuff. That story's Friday? Okay, so you're thinking of the chick from the arcade from Saturday night, right, Baba? I mean, whatever. Here's the reality. I haven't been single that long, and I'm not rushing into anything. So I totally could have plowed that one chick. There's no question about it. 100%. The one was married, and she was going back to her fucking husband or whatever, but anyways, the craziest part to me was they knew what D&D and Magic the Gathering were, because those came up as part of the conversation. They're like, oh, you're looking really good. What are you doing here, kind of thing? And it's like, yeah, I'm part of this. And it got around to Magic the Gathering, and one of them was like, what are you, some kind of historian or something? And I'm just like, this is the fucking Matrix now, isn't it? This is the I'm like, yeah, I'm the Magic historian. What you know what I mean? Like, it was weird because these chicks were probably like early 30s, and it's like, you know, Magic the Gathering? Like, what is this, some kind of fucking candid camera shit? You know? It was wild. But yeah, they were out partying. They had to go to work the next day or whatever, but it was totally a situation where the one chick was basically saying, you should invite me back to your room, or I could just fall and be like, yo, where the party's going. It was very, very clear that they were down to, well, one of them at least was down to have a good time. The other one might have been. Who knows? How married are you? What's your marriage like? What if it's like, just pull your titties out while I rail your friend? Well, now that they're out, let's just move it up from here, right? So yeah, that was Friday night. And then Saturday night, there was this chick who just had the right vibe at the arcade. And I'd been playing I played like hours of free pinball, because the kids who go to these arcades are dumb. They do not understand that pinballs give out free games or whatever. So like every pinball machine had tons of free games that hadn't been claimed. Me and Baba went there to play arcade stuff. And then we're both laughing. He's sitting there like, what the hell's going on? As I just keep getting free game after free game after free game after free game after free game. He's just like, what is this? What is this? Right? Like, I literally didn't use any arcade tokens, and I played pinball until I got sick of it. I went around cleaning out all the machines. The only one that eluded me was the Mario Brother one. It had 9 free games on it, but it was broken. So when you hit the start button, it wouldn't kick out a ball. And it was just like, damn it. But that was the universe on Friday setting me up for Saturday. Because I went back on Saturday, and I'm talking with these people over by the side, but I'm clocking this chick. She looks great in her dress. She's playing on the arcade. And she's playing pinball. And the energy she's putting out, when things are going wrong, she's leaning into it angrily, like almost swearing at the machine and shit. And when things are going good, she's shaking her ass like she's wagging her tail. And I'm just like, she's got some fun energy. But she had headphones in. So you can't just go up and stand by the machine. Like, I wanted to talk to her. But you can't go up and stand by the machine and be a fucking weirdo. It's not going to come across right? They're going to have to pull out the headphones and be like, what? So I was like, what am I going to do? Walk over to the Mario machine, which is directly beside her. It's fixed. All the free games, ready to go. So I just start busting Mario pinball, and wait until she's finally done playing her game. And then I tell her how much I enjoy her energy. She tells me it's a ritual to wind down for the day or whatever. I didn't see when she walked off, but Baba's girl told me that she turned around and went, bye, and did a little wave. I totally could have went up and like talked to her. But for now, just easing myself into the water, just getting acclimated, because it's been a long time since I've been single, and just the flirting feels good. It's fun. And like, honestly as well, I'm in another country. If I connect with somebody on a level and want to spend more time with them, it's not really going to be possible too. So to make my life easier, I was just kind of like, I'm good with this level. But then I kept cracking jokes to Baba and his woman, right? And saying, yo, I'm going to go over there. I'm going to go over there and ask her if she wants to see my unwashed dick. Yo, would you like to touch my unwashed, uncircumcised member? I made jokes like that for like fucking half an hour. And I did keep looking over at her. I really did consider going and like talking with her more, but I decided to leave it at that level. It was fun. You know, I know that the one waitress likes me because I saw her on the last day I was there. And I was just like, she's like, you guys like still staying? I'm like, no, we're leaving today. And she's like, oh, you know, kind of thing. And I'm like, but we'll be back for the next Shattering. Could be in like 5 months. And she's like, oh, like when I started talking to her, she got so distracted that she spilt the water. She had hot water for Double Strikes tea. She spilt it on her tray. And then I was talking to her. She didn't even notice. She puts the tray up to her. Water's dripping all over. She doesn't even notice, right? She's smiling at me. I make women wet by accident, boys. Okay? So, yeah. It was a lot of fun. It was a lot of fun. And just ran into there was this random guy we were chatting with at the bar. He didn't know what Magic the Gathering was. I started saying stuff. I started talking about fucking chuds and all this other shit. And this guy just out of nowhere says, you should start a podcast because I would just listen to you for 3 hours swearing. I love listening to you talk kind of thing. And I just started laughing because I'm like, well, it actually kind of turns out that I do that shit already, bro. You know what I mean? But it was just so random and hilarious to me that it was like, oh, yeah, all right, yep, that makes sense. What up, Spurl? How you doing? Corbin, you're in the same place. You don't know how to get yourself as far as I have. Well, bro, I'm extroverted. I love entertaining people. Meeting women isn't difficult for me. Women respond to me. I'm a lot of fun. I'm engaging. I'm a good time. So at the end of the day, realize it doesn't matter. You're good. You're not always going to be, you don't get to pick the ones you want in the first place. You got to be open to what the universe has on offer. And apparently it had more on offer for me than I thought, 100%. 100%. What are alchemy packs in Arena? Alchemy sucks. Alchemy is a digital wank bag version of Magic the Gathering. It's nonsense. What up, Zeus? How's it going? So yeah, it was a good time overall. Spurl, yeah, you make women laugh and they seriously, it takes a couple minutes and you just, whatever. I was talking to one of the women when I was on this trip and they asked me, do women test you? And I said, no. If you don't know what that means is women will test you depending on the kind of person you are, right? Where women want to know what you're like. They want to figure out, they might throw you a curveball to see how you react. Whatever it is, they're trying to gauge your personality. They're trying to determine your worth, essentially. They're trying to figure out if you're good enough for them. Because men will do it visually. They would go, boom, you look healthy, whatever, let's go, right? Blah, 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 blah. Because at the end of the day, a man can make a kid every 5 minutes or faster. A woman can make a kid once a year. And that informs how we operate in life because we're animals. So women want high quality ingredients. Men will use whatever ingredients are at hand. Women are going to make a loaf of bread. They want some good flour. They want some purified water. They want high quality salt, good yeast, all of it. Men are going to make a loaf of bread. They're like, dirty Band-Aid, some thumbtacks, whatever. Let's go. Because you can just make another one. Who cares? If you can make a loaf of bread every 5 minutes, who cares if you fuck one up, right? That's the underlying philosophy of how the two sexes operate. So women want to know if you're quality. And that's why Do Women Test You comes out. Because it's they want to figure out, do you have the right ingredients for a good loaf of bread? And for me, they don't right the fuck away. Of course I do. So no, they don't fucking test me. Because within the first couple of sentences, they already know. That's the deal. So no, women don't end up testing me because I demonstrate how high quality I am pretty much just by fucking existing, right? That's it. As soon as I start talking, you just go off of looks, I'm just an average looking guy, right? It's whatever. As soon as I start talking, whoop, I move up the chain considerably. That's how it works. So making women laugh, showing them a good time, whatever, right? I had a lot of women very interested in me this weekend and it felt really nice. And having them straight up basically hitting on me in the hallway was great. They've always responded well to me, but it's fun when I look I've upped my game in how I dress. And I know it because I have had multiple women show interest just based on the nice jacket, it's all put together, right? And it's just yeah, all right, you're wearing some nice stuff, right? So that's next level on top of the personality that shines like a fucking sun, boy. You know what I mean? It was really, really nice for the old self-esteem, knowing, oh, that's right, women fucking love me and I get to pick and choose. I don't have to take whatever. That's not for me, baby. Not for me. I'm literally going to keep the fact that I do this a secret when I get back on the dating market because it's yo, you don't need to know that. Just hang out with me. You're going to have a good time anyways. I don't want that to cloud things because I've seen how it influences women instantly. Because I did a little test. I'm like, this will work well with the young women for sure, because being a YouTuber is like a dream job. You know what I mean? Like, for the younger generations, this shit is the fucking pinnacle. Getting to be an influencer, which is a term I despise, but regardless, it's top tier. You know what I mean? So there's this fucking hot little 20-year-old at the fucking restaurant I went to, and she's just interacting with me on a normal level. I'm like, am I gonna do it? I'm like, yeah, fuck it, I'm gonna do it. I told her that I used to live upstairs, because I did live above that restaurant, and I said, this is where I lived before my YouTube before I blew up on YouTube, right? And then all of a sudden, she's just like, oh, I feel like I'm meeting a celebrity. Body language shifts, playing with the hair. What's your name? Here's my name. All smiles. Like, I was like, this shit is fish in a barrel. Fish in a barrel, right? So, but I don't want that. I want to connect with people genuinely. And I could do that, but if you have that status start, it muddies things. I've never had a problem picking up women, regardless pretty much of how hurting I was looking. Even I could bring them home to a mattress on the floor and they would not complain. So now it's a completely different beast. Blue Cat, smart, respectful, and fun. She gets it. Ted says, hearing about your game while currently wearing that shirt makes my night. Have I watched The Island on Top of the World yet? I have not. No, I have not. So yeah, I had nice interactions with women every day as a side thing to this trip. That's not really part of the vlog, so I won't really be going into it there. But regardless of that, it was very nice after a long time off the market to be like, oh yeah, this is what it's like. You know what I mean? It's great. I always end up in a scenario where I get to pick, where I am basically seeing multiple women. Whenever I end up single, I get to see multiple women. I tell them all that, like, hey, I'm just exploring my options, whatever, I'm down to have fun. And then what inevitably happens is I zero in on one that I really like, and then I go, I'm going to tell all the other ones the reality of it, because I have no interest in hurting anybody's feelings, and I have no interest in using anybody. I mean, we all use each other in a way. Let's be real. We're all like, that's what every relationship is. You are using other people, but you're using each other mutually in a way where you're all happy with it. You know what I mean? So I don't want to use somebody in a one-sided way. So I'm always very clear, like, when something needs to end, just tell them straight up, like, sorry. And it sucks because, they end up crying, sometimes for different reasons, sometimes for emotional reasons, and sometimes because they want to get railed by you still, and you're not gonna, right? So it depends on the woman, right? But I like to be really just direct, clear, and I'm a lot. Like, I'm an avalanche coming down the mountain. I'm going to give you everything I've got. There's not going to be a wall between us. It's like, here's how I feel, and I'm going to pour that into you. And the fucking closeness, when you just have somebody up against you, and you're in that moment that's somewhere between ephemerality and eternity, and time doesn't even exist. It all collapses into a fucking singularity, and you're subsumed into that person, and you have the emotional and physical connection, which can be established very quickly, depending on the scenario. You can literally have that in the first night. You know what I mean? Like, totally. I've had situations where I've gone from holding a chick's hand and we're both crying and sharing emotions to now we're laying together, nothing on, and she's panting in my ear. You know what I'm saying? Right? So it's not like a matter of a particular timeline. It's a matter of connection and everything else. But I put my all into it. I'm not here to be reserved or half-ass it with this stuff. I'm a passionate man, and I want to pour that into somebody. I'm excited about that shit. Let me tell you. Larry, you don't like the word influencer? You immediately makes you think entitlement, like cozy video game influencers trying to push mid-level games. I consider myself a comedian, an entertainer, a storyteller, and I'm hanging out with you guys. You guys are my fucking friends. I'm not here to influence you at all. Unless it's to influence you into feeling happier, enjoying your day more, being happy, you know? All of it. All of it. Jess, yeah, no, don't worry, it covered it, buddy. It covered it. You and me are clear on this. We're even. Don't worry. Don't worry. But yeah. You know, I'm looking forward. I'm looking forward to I believe that I've reached the point now after this weekend where I am actually going to pop on some dating apps and start to wander around a bit, chatting with some women. We'll see how it goes. I do have a requisite level of intelligence, because below that I just can't connect and resonate the same way. But the way that I communicate and carry on tends to automatically weed out the ones that aren't on that level, because I haven't really ended up with any women who aren't that bright, except for one who cut through all, like, I was cracking all these jokes and chatting whatever, and then she just said, "Do you want your dick sucked or not?" Like, and I was just like, "Fuck yeah, let's get, like, okay." I'm not accustomed to women cutting short the whole back and forth whatever, but she was really cutting to the chase. And then I met up with her and I was like, "You're not very bright." She didn't know what a raccoon was. I mean, she knew how to chug it, so whatever. But, like, it's not gonna work. It's not gonna work. You know what I mean? So, yeah. I adore women. I adore their feminine energy. I like making them feel special, like, genuinely too, not in some kind of manipulative way, in a genuine way, right? It's gratifying. There are particular people that I've been with, and when I'm with them, nothing else exists. And hours just, they're eaten by the universe. They're just gone. And I love it. And I want more of that. I desperately want more of that at this juncture. You know? There is it's an amazing combination of serenity, peace, and comfort, and also like a raging inferno at the same fucking time. You know? It's epic. And with the right woman, it really is something else. It really is something else. Lara, you prefer to straight up talk to women? That's obviously an acceptable way to do things. And that's how I do it most of the time. But I would like to expand out my options. It's fun to flirt with people, fun to chat with them. And I want to see what this new era is like. Is it going to be obnoxious to me? Or is it going to be even easier than before? Because it was like, yo, a lot of dudes just say, "Hey, you look good," or whatever. I look over their profiles and I come up with something that nobody has ever said to them. And it's I'm hard to ignore. You know what I mean? And if they're not smart enough to get what I'm saying, then maybe they won't respond. Saves us both some time. Right? Right? Blue Cats, getting to the point, literally. Most women aren't like that. Most women are more than happy to talk to you for a while, and then you meet in person and do whatever, right? So, yeah, my experience was with that one, she cut to the point, but it was a quick little physical interaction that was obviously enjoyable for moments, but she was so dumb. She was so dumb that I decided that I was going to make her suck it again, because I need to have gotten something of worth out of my fucking time. You don't know what a raccoon is. You don't fucking know what a raccoon is. It's not like you're not from here. You can't not know what a raccoon is. What's that? That voice too. Oh my God. That voice. What's that? It's a raccoon. What does it want? It comes up to the car because people feed raccoons when they come up to the car. They see them and they think they're cute, so they throw them food. But it's a really bad idea because it trains the animals that cars are sources of food. So instead of going and looking for food where they should, they come up to your car, and then people don't know they're there and they run them over. So the raccoons end up dying. And her response to me literally saying that was, "I want to feed it." And I was just like, yeah, I'm getting her to chug it again, and then I'm never talking to this woman again. That's it. I can't. Are you deaf or fucking stupid? Did you not just hear what I said, you complete fucking idiot? I had to listen to your voice to say this shit? Holy fuck. Like, I feel sorry for the boyfriend you're cheating on right now, by the way, as well. Cheating on her fucking boyfriend, which, that's low-class stuff. But, I mean, if you're gonna sometimes it's like, I'm already here. I'm getting something for it, boys. I'm getting something for it. You know what I mean? I didn't know she had a boyfriend when we met up. She mentioned that like at the end kind of thing. It's like you're cheating on your boyfriend looking for a new man. You're not very smart. You're low class. Good luck with whoever you end up with, because it's not going to be me at all. At all. You know? So I've met some nice women through dating apps, and I've met a bunch of nice women in person. So they exist in both stratas, but you have to filter. You know what I mean? You got to filter. It's what you got to do. So yeah, I'm just looking forward to some more of that fun. That's part of what I pulled away from this weekend. But ultimately, the Shattering events were good. Chatting with a bunch of different people from the Wonders team, talking about the plans for the future and everything, what's going to go down with the Wonders historian, all that. Getting the Instagram and Facebook all set up. So in the next couple days, I will have actually. Let me see here. I've already have the Instagram set up, and it's got nobody following yet because I haven't told anybody about it yet. So, guys, go follow the Wonders Historian on Instagram so that it doesn't look like a completely unfollowed bot account or whatever. And that will help me out, all right? Because I've already posted like 4 or 5 pictures from the Shattering event over there. And I'm going to have some exclusive-ish stuff over there as well. 7 pictures. Yeah. Yep. I put one from the trip. So it's going to have a bunch of stuff over there. And then there'll be the Facebook as well. So yeah, it was a fun time. It was a fun trip. Baba, good night, buddy. Thanks for coming and hanging out with me. It was awesome chilling with you, bro. It was very, very good. Yeah, come on in. Come on in. Papa loves you. Now get out of here, you little fucking scamp. Crawfish, what's up? What's going on? Common, how you doing? Blue Cats, it's roadkill season now. There was a bunch of roadkill. Saw it on the trip. Absolutely. There was a bunch. Oh, but yeah, no, I've had some genuinely enjoyable, engaging conversations as well through the dating apps. I like intelligent women. That is a big point in their favor. I have never actually really spent any serious amount of time with women who aren't intelligent, because I want somebody who can keep up with me. You know what I mean? You don't have to be as smart as me, but you do need to be smart enough to get my jokes and keep up with the conversation, or else it's going to be frustrating for both of us, right? Zero, what's going on, buddy? Glad to see me in good spirits. I am in good spirits. It's weird because it's a mixed bag. It's a mixed bag. I'm in good spirits, but on another level, I'm actually feeling kind of lonely. You know what I mean? Like, I've been accustomed to having somebody around all the time, and I'm not looking for that level. But there is a level of loneliness, but I haven't had that push me into anything more than I want to. I'm just taking my time, chilling, flirting with these women and whatever, some of them I know absolutely would give me what I want. It's a good feeling. It's a good feeling. I like exciting the ladies, right? And I'm a hell of a lot of fun and a super loving, sweet, kind, considerate, compassionate guy. I know I've got this surface level, like, I seem like an absolute dickhead maniac. But the reality is, I'm a really sweethearted guy. And I just wish to pour love and dick into the proper vessel. You know what I mean? Give them the fat hog! Oh. So yeah, that's going to be fun. But like, there's a mix. I'm in high spirits, but I'm also concerned. I've had this ringing in my ear for like a long time, and I'm going to be getting an MRI. We're checking it out, but it's possible I could have brain tumors, right? Which is a pretty scary prospect, because your clock is really fucking short if that's the case, right? Now, I don't have any of the other indicators, so it's most likely, like, there was a while where I was using one headphone, and It was probably just cranked too loud. I probably just have old man ear damage because my hearing is still great. And all the other things. Actually, the lady who did the hearing test, I heard her as I walked away. She's like, really good hearing. She said it quietly, and I'm like, I heard that too. So my hearing is great. So it's not like, it's most likely just old man ear or something like that. It's just, this is what happens as you get older. You just kind of damaged it, bro. That's the reality. And I can live with that because it exists, but most of the time I'm not even aware of it. But now I have an MRI in 2 days, and I've got a powerful imagination. And what could happen? It could, the whole, like, you got brain tumors. It's freaky. I mean, I might just have a 5-year clock, right? And you think about it though, like these clocks that we have or whatever, you think about it, you got this many years to live. Do you though? Because any number of other things can happen. Like, that's the longest you could have. Like, let's say you think you're going to live to 70 and you're 35. Well, you think you have 35 years left. You get hit by a car. You could have some other disease you don't even know about. Like, the reality is you're going to go on a random day. You're going to go with things unfinished, dreams undreamt. That's just how it's going to go, right? And so I literally wrote down, I just started to think, I was just like, what would I do if I only had 5 years to live? What would the plan be? And then I expanded it out and went, why wouldn't you adapt this anyways? Because you literally don't know how much time you have. So I wrote an entire page, and I'm going to read, I'm pretty sure everything on this list is reasonable to read out, but I'm going to read this shit out. This is the stuff. This is what I thought about if I had 5 years left. I mean, this is just off the top of my head. This isn't like a comprehensive list. It's just where I would start, right? Common. To worry about something is to suffer twice. I feel you. Worrying about something to take action about it is smart. Worrying about it when you don't have control is pointless. A great example of this is you worry about a future you're never going to live in. And by that, I mean, I used to spend a great deal of time worrying about how I was going to make sure that a woman I'm in a relationship with is going to be taken care of after I'm gone. Like, once I'm dead or whatever, how am I going to make sure she has enough for the rest of her life, right? Because my ex-wife was disabled. And I was just like, how am I going to make sure that she has everything she needs? And I agonized over how I would take care of myself when maybe I got too old to work, or I, like, this all fell apart, whatever it was. How am I going to make sure I have enough? And how am I going to make sure I have enough left for her afterwards for the rest of her life, which would be much longer because women live longer. But the reality is, I spent so much time agonizing over that future. That isn't my future to worry over. We're not together anymore. We have amicably separated, right? We have grown apart. She is off living her new life and being happy, and I am happy in my new life. So you spend this time worrying about a future you might not even be here for, right? It's wild. It's wild. So there's the level of planning that you do for, if this happens, cool, and then just let it go. Just let it go. Mikey, you're in that club, size of a dime on your pituitary. If you did, it would give you a crazy headache that didn't go away. Yeah, there's like headaches, fatigue, all these different things. I don't have any of them. I genuinely, like, it doesn't pulsate with my heartbeat or anything. I genuinely believe it's just when you use one headphone in one ear, you can't hear, you end up cranking the volume without realizing it, and it can mess you up. So it's most likely just using an earbud in one ear. But there is the possibility. Of that it is something genuinely serious. So I did make this list. 5 years to live, what would the plan be? And it goes, reduce stress in your life, reduce pointless bullshit. This could actually just be a side effect of jaw stress and TMJ too. But anyways, reduce stress, reduce pointless bullshit, be as real as fucking possible, which I feel like I'm already doing. Connect as deeply as I can with the people in my life. Help people. Stop being afraid of shit that doesn't matter. Stop worrying about mistakes. Stop worrying about the future. Make people laugh. Be easier on myself. Some of these are kind of repetitions of the previous ones, right? Do more things I enjoy. Experience new things as much as possible because that makes your life feel longer. I have been single for 24 days. It feels like 3 to 4 months. Genuinely. It's absolutely wild. Travel. Take more chances. Stop waiting for the right moment. Stop being a perfectionist. Forgive people more readily. Focus on people. Shit doesn't matter, right? Stop being so afraid of pain. And seek timelessness, which is to be subsumed within someone else. You know? That's a big one for me. That's a big one for me. Kanzuki, your earring was tense muscles in your neck. It could be that. I have poor posture. I have a fucked up back. I want to get physiotherapy, and then they can teach me the different exercises I can do to help accommodate for that, and I can straighten myself up. It causes me physical problems, right? And more importantly, or maybe not more importantly, but equally importantly, it causes me self-consciousness issues where I get self-conscious about like my back not being straight and thinking, oh, women, like when I was on the market before, like over a decade ago or whatever, my back was straighter. And so I just get caught up on that and think that women will rule me out because of it. They're not. They're not. The women, all of them, were responding positively to me, and I didn't have to try and straighten. It's all good. It's unimportant. It really doesn't matter. Women aren't nearly as shallow as men are, and my back being a little fucking curved is a non-issue to them. Like 100%. The universe gave me tons of evidence of that this weekend. Like tons of evidence. So feels good. Feels good. Helps me to stop worrying so much about that, you know? Blue Cat's good examples to live your best life. Well, I mean, there's certain people. Hold on. Bam. Oh, I just messed up the camera. Sorry, guys. Give me a second. Oh, it's Mario Day. Okay. Hey, what up, DJ Longhair? How's it going? How's it going? What up, Forno? Pots, traveling enhances a lot of items on your list. It can be literally life-altering to see other parts of the world. Yeah, just going out there. That one waitress, it's got a southern drawl. Oh, I loved it. I loved the way that she talked. And I mean, I loved the way that she reacted to me. Watching her spill the fucking water because I was talking to her and then not even realize it as she hugged on the serving tray. My buddy saw it too. Double Strike got a kick out of it. He enjoys watching my effect on people, right? Because I'm good at drawing people in because it's what I want to do. I want to connect. I want to make people happy, right? Common, you do like I do and overthink and analyze things into the dirt. There's a certain level where stop thinking and start going. You know what I mean? Jess, you got shit you should stress about, but you don't because you'll be fine either way. Great mentality. I'm working on letting more shit go, right? Connecting with you guys, that's important to me. Having a good time, that's important to me. Worrying about the future, not so much. One of the things that I love about the feminine aura, the feminine energy, is that it draws me in a way where nothing else exists. And it's just me and this person, and the world just blurs around us, you know? Everything. Other people, all that stuff, they pretty much don't even exist, right? They're just not there. There's just two presences that are merging into one. And it's incredible. It's fucking incredible. It's a really, really engaging experience that pulls me fully into the present moment. And I mean fully into the present moment. And I have a very powerful mind. It's very, very, very difficult to pull me fully into the present and have hours just evaporate. But it's incredible. I fucking love it. And at this point, I am hungry for that. You know what I mean? So I don't know where this is going to lead me, but I do know that one or more women are in for a lot of fun, a lot of intensity, deep connection, because I'm not interested in the shallow shit. I don't do the shallow shit. I will pull you into a deep emotional connection. That's what we're going to do. We're going to connect, usually before it really even starts to get physical, because it's just so much more attractive. The mental stuff is so much more attractive. A chick holding my hand while we connect the right way is hotter than getting it on. That's the reality. That's the reality. But when you go from that into getting it on and the connection is there, it's fucking next level. Genuinely. Genuinely. One of the rarest and most glorious experiences that a human can have. Long hair, you saw 9 Inch Nails yesterday? Nice, buddy. Nice. Yo, Mikey, I'm glad that stuff's working for you. You know what's cool is even if it wasn't somehow actually that effective as a medicine, if you believe it is, the placebo effect is actually a thing. And things that wouldn't normally heal you can actually help your body heal itself. It's wild. It's not like something you can always automatically harness, but it's pretty cool. Spurl, do I have a test for women I meet like women do? I don't have any particular test. I just start throwing it out there. Like I just be myself, right? And if if they're not smart enough, it will become evident very quickly. You'll see the puzzled look in their eyes. They're not understanding my jokes. They're not really connecting with what I'm saying, and we just won't mesh. It'll be more like this than like this, right? Because at the end of the day, I'll still leave them with a smile, but it's just that's part of it, right? And then there's also underlying vibes of there's different kinds of people out there and what they like, right? There's like dominant and submissive energies, kind of. There's lots of different ways to look at it, but some women want to be in charge and some men want to be in charge, or some men want to take the lead and some women want to take the lead. Some women want the man to take the lead. They want a man who knows what he wants and is going to go for it and isn't just going to, like, there are men who will get in the bedroom and grab a chick by the fucking hair and tell her what's going to happen, right? And she's there for it. You know? That's what I'm talking about. And then there's men who will, like, lay back on the bed and say, do whatever you want to me. And so you have to have the right kind of setup. You have to have somebody who meshes with you on that level. And you can find it out through a subtle interplay of chat. And you can also find it out when you actually get down to business, the way that they respond to things and whatever, right? But, like, you need to be on the same kind of level in terms of, like, do you want somebody who's leading and to be led or the other way around? So I don't mesh well with women who want to be in charge because that doesn't feel correct to me. The man is the dominant energy that, like, they how do you put it? They pour themselves into the women and the women receive. Men give, women receive. You know what I'm saying? That's my vibe, though. Everybody's different. There are definitely dudes out there who want the women to take the lead. But to me, that's very unappealing. It is not sexy to me. Don't try and... Are you trying to boss me around or push me? Like, you're trying to physically get me to do things? This is cute. You don't know who you're dealing with here. You know what I mean? Like, and the reality is there are a bunch of women who think they want to be in charge. But the reality is they just haven't found a man good enough for them to follow. Most women want to follow. And if they find a dominant enough man, a strong enough man, whatever word you want to use, because understand, domination isn't force. And it's a subtle difference. Domination is not force, but it can look like force, right? Dominant energy is something else. Dominant and submissive energy is different than force, right? So there are women who think they want to be in charge, but it's because the men that they've been with aren't the right type of man for them. They don't respect them enough. And they're like, no, I've got to manage this. I can't shut my brain off and enjoy the ride because you're not going to be able to do things right or handle things right or whatever. And then when they do find a man who is actually on that level, they change their tune real fucking quick, let me tell you. But there are some women who do genuinely just want to be in charge. And more power to them. There are dudes who want that, and you can mesh up. There are people who can flip-flop in either direction, right? It's not like this cemented sort of thing. But yeah, there's like there's little things you can pick up on when you're chatting with them too, right? Where um sorry, I got distracted for a second. Some never mind. Anyways, there's what the fuck was I saying? Oh yeah. So like you'll be like if you know the particular energy you're looking for and what you're putting out, even in dating apps, there have been women where it's just like a particular phrase comes out a particular way, and then they respond to it because they realize, wait a minute, like a proper submissive woman runs into a proper submissive dominant man, and all of a sudden she gets excited because it's like, oh, there's another level to this. We're gonna do this stuff. It is crazy. It is crazy the stuff that you can get women to do. Like absolutely wild and delightful and fun, and there's so much of it. So much of it. Either way, it's hilarious because you'd think like people get the wrong impression. They think it's this forceful kind of thing, but it's this loving, caring, like the yin and the yang, the two parts coming together in perfection. It's fucking dope. It's genuinely awesome. Habanero, see, there you go. You like the ladies to be in charge? That's fine. There's nothing wrong with that. The important thing is to understand who you are, who you want to be, and roll with it. Because there are women who absolutely do want to be in charge, right? Not for me. Not for me. It's funny, we go all over the place with these streams, right? You never know what we're going to be talking about, but can't talk about this trip and whatever without getting into all that, because there was definitely some interesting feminine energy on this trip that I very much enjoyed. And yeah, I'm just the I lead, you follow kind of vibe. That's what I go for. And it goes over very well. It works very well. Now, let's take it to a different direction here. Let's try this chocolate bar. Jess, you ready? Jess wanted me to try a Feastable bar. I found one in the States. We're going to do it. We're going to do it. I want to look at the ingredient list, actually. So this is an almond Feastable bar. Ingredient, milk chocolate, which is sugar, whole milk powder, cocoa butter. Oh, so it does have cocoa butter. Unsweetened chocolate, natural vanilla, and almonds. Oh, wow. This actually has a low list of ingredients. This might actually be okay. The almonds are almost so small as to be non-existent. But it's a perfectly average chocolate bar. It's not disgusting. It's not amazing. I would honestly describe it as unremarkable. It's really, I know you like big reactions and whatever when things are gross. I got nothing for you. Trying it, it's like, yeah, it's fine. It's fine. It's not something I would go out of my way to get. But if it was there and I wanted chocolate, this can fall into the same category as just having like Twix bars or Aero bars or whatever laying around your place, you know? Ball Falcon. That's funny. That's funny. Artorius, you came back from a trip to the UK and American chocolate tastes like... Yeah, I mean, North American chocolate compared to chocolate from like Britain and stuff, completely different. Completely different. You know a text is good when you go back for another peek at it to make you smile. Oh. So yeah. I'm a weird ball of conflicting emotions. I'm excited about the future and fearful of the future at the same time because I'm concerned about what the result of the MRI might be, but either way, the result is just lean into it. Have a good time. Bring everything you got. You know what I mean? I'm looking forward to flirting with some chicks on dating apps and seeing what comes of it. Most of the time I end up meeting people in person, but I've had relationships that have lasted for years with women that I've met online. So it's not, neither is a prerequisite, you know? Habanero, you had a Beast Bar some time ago. Didn't like it. It was putrid, but it wasn't putrid, but it didn't taste like real chocolate to you. Did you just have just a chocolate? Because this is almond, so that might be shifting it a bit. You know what I mean? Jess, yep. If he's got ethical labor sources for creating it, that's good. That's good. But the chocolate is very middle of the road. If you happen to be a Mr. Beast fan and you want to actively support him or feel like you're more connected to him, that's cool. You know what I mean? Getting to see one of my fans came down in she was wearing a fine luxury rectangle shirt, which I really like. I love seeing people in my merch. It makes me happy. I like that people enjoy what I do on that level. It genuinely makes me happy. Also, at the Shattering, when the guy who owns the company was doing his big intro and talking about everything, he referenced the cards in the game as cardboard rectangles. Double Strike was saying that on the ride back. He's like, you noticed that he said cardboard rectangle? I'm like, yep, you know where that came from. I also influenced the playmats that they had at the face-to-face event, where it was the raccoons and the garbage, and it's like that sweet luxury garbage, sweet luxury rectangular garbage. And I was like, that's me, man. That's me. I love seeing these little aspects of what I do that have made their way out into the larger consciousness of the Magic community. It's enjoyable. It's enjoyable. Did my deck play well? No, my sealed pool's terrible. I got beat down. And by the time the last day came around for you could build your own deck out of all of the you could build your own deck out of all of the stuff that you already had. So it was play with stuff from this new set. Double Strike went and got in on. I was a zombie by then. I had spent enjoyable time with enjoyable people, and I had stayed up pretty much the entire night. I really, like, some nights I was up till 3 in the morning. Sometimes I didn't get back to my room till 5 in the morning. Sometimes I didn't get back to my room till 8 in the morning. Like, it was an endurance run in some ways, honestly. Like, but I filled every inch of that time, really. 100%. 100%. So yeah, I didn't play in the final event, but that's all right, because I wouldn't have had time to properly put together a deck anyways. I literally was busy for the entirety of the trip. It's crazy. Like, the time went by so fast in some ways and so slow in other ways. There are parts of it that I wished I could have stretched out into much longer portions, but I do feel lucky with all the stuff I got to do. I did manage to go to a museum as well and check out some exhibits there. Like, there was a lot going on, genuinely. Habanero, you had the peanut butter one? Oh yeah, those can be really hit or miss. What up, Vash? How's it going, bro? So yeah, I got that MRI in 2 days. I want to get the vlog thing put together. I've got stuff to put into. I want to change the intro for the streams and stuff. I got a lot of things to work on, but I definitely want to. I want to go on some dates. I'm ready now. I wasn't sure when I was gonna be, but over the course of the trip, I was just getting more flirty with women and whatever, and it was just like, yep, you know what? I'm ready. I'm ready to start connecting again. I enjoyed the connections that I already made. I spent some fun time. At the end of the day, guys, I'm a simple man, but a complex carbohydrate. You know what I'm saying? oh. Oh, man. Yeah, definitely a nice trip. And it looks like I'll get to do it again in like 4 or 5 months. And who knows? Maybe I'll have a traveling companion by then. Like, I intend to play the field, but not like, I'm not actively looking for just one person, but I also am, if that makes sense. Like, I'm not setting out to try and find the one, right? But I am not looking to make a bunch of women fucking fall in love with me and then break their hearts. as well. So it's that play around until I find the one with the right energy, and then lean into that. And I feel like I'm bringing the best version of myself in a lot of ways, because I'm fucking stone cold sober now, right? It's been over 2 months now. Over 2 months. So good. Like it's great. I could have had drinks while I was down there, whatever. People would have brought me herb if I wanted it. No problems. No problems. But none of it. None of it. I'm happy to be 100% present within myself. I mean, the fog that comes along with being messed up did help me deal with things by shrinking the world down in some ways, but I'm not looking to deal with things that way anymore. And if I was going to, I would have already been doing it through the process I'm going through, because this year has been extremely challenging. But I've moved through most of that challenge. And life is incredibly short no matter how much you get of it. And spending time with the right people is very valuable to me. And guess what? You guys, you're the right fucking people, just so you know. I really, really enjoy hanging out with you. If I only had, like, if it was like, yo, you got the fucking tumors and shit, and you got like 2 years, I'd still be streaming. For sure. I'd just be like, yeah, this is what I'm going to do. Fuck it. You know what I mean? I wouldn't be like, time to stop all this. Hell no. Hell no. Streaming, all of that is incredible to me. Videos, I don't know how many of those I would make, honestly. Talking about magic and what's going on with it and whatever. Probably not as much, really. Probably not much at all. I just lean more into streaming and more. It's not that the videos I make aren't genuine, and it's not that they're not authentic, because I always bring myself to everything. There is no inauthentic version of myself making content at all, right? It's not my style. I've always just been myself. That's one of the fucking rules. It's like, you have to like me to be able to watch my shit. Well, I guess you don't have to. Some people watch it and hate me, but love that I have the information, or they know that I'm right and want to hear it, right? But yeah, ultimately, this stuff, the streaming, all of it, this is the realest shit. This is just hanging out with friends, connecting, talking about whatever. All of it. All of it. Comment, am I into skinny chicks? You're the dude that goes after the big girl in the group. You make a hell of a wingman. Everybody has different tastes. And the thing is, I can go for any kind of woman, right? Like, I can get down with any kind of woman if I resonate with her. The physicality isn't as important, but if we're talking favorite version, they got some meat on their bones, something I can fucking bite into. Yeah. No. The thickness, big fucking titties, and a matching ass in terms of like that roundness on both sides. Oh my God. Fuck yeah. Right? Like, but there are definitely exceptions to that. I have been with slender women who are also very exciting to me. But think like Renaissance style, like they can have like a little, like, they don't gotta be perfect. They can have a little bit of the fucking roll, like a little bit of the side roll stuff and action going on or whatever. Like, women's bodies are the most fucking beautiful thing on the planet. Let's be real. That shit is art, straight up, bro. Straight up. And they come in different shapes and sizes, and I come in them. Oh! But yeah, I am get up, get down with the thickness. You know what I'm saying? So, yeah, you could take a prettier chick with a thinner body and a not as pretty chick with a thicker body, and you remove personalities, give them the same personalities and intelligence, and the thicker, less pretty chick is going to win. She's going to win. Pretty faces are great. I love looking at them and cute or whatever, but oh boy. You know? Wake up that fucking animal side, son. You know? Thompson with the suit. Oh, it's the fucking video game guy. Thumbs down to him, but thumbs up to the super sticker. Thanks, brother. Goddard, what's up? You think I'm normal? Well, thanks, brother. Spurl, thanks, man. You know what? I am genuinely proud of myself. It's true. A lot of people would have a very difficult time going through what I'm going through and not resorting to getting messed up. That used to be how I used to deal with things in this situation, would have been to get very high and to start picking up chicks immediately without really being too discerning about who I was meeting or whatever else. And this time I was just like, I'm gonna just take time, take things my own way. I could have railed multiple chicks this weekend, hands down. That's a fucking fact. That is not conjecture. That is a fact. I know it. I have enough experience. I've been with a fair number of women, like a fair number. When I'm single, I tend to have a range of them, right? As I go through trying to find the one I want. And we have a good time. And a lot of them are submissives. There's a lot of women who enjoy the slave dynamic, let me tell you. And it is a hell of a lot of fun when you do it right. And they all have their own particular ways that they enjoy it. So it's fun exploring the different things that excite them. And sometimes it's amazing going, this is like, it's almost funny. You know what I mean? Like it would just be a joke, you know? But some of the stuff, it's a lot of fun. It's a lot of fun. One of the most ridiculous was a chick where I made her paint a painting for me. Here's the paintbrush, stick it in your ass, and paint. Change it to another color, and go. And like, I didn't say it that way, but I've rarely seen a woman that excited. Ever. She was so into it. And then I put the painting on display. And I've told other women about that, and they were like, oh yeah, that'd be fun, and got excited by the prospect too. So there's a lot of different and sometimes objectively ridiculous, but subjectively actually surprisingly hot in the moment stuff that you get up to, and they're all different, right? Some of them aren't into that at all. Some of them are not into that vibe at all. They want a man who's going to lead, but they're not interested in that particular dominant kind of vibe, right? So it's interesting. It's fun. And I recently had conversations where I had forgotten a lot of the things that I had done in my past, the things that I had gotten involved with. And then just through conversation, I went, oh yeah, no, I did that. Oh yeah, I did that too. Oh, you like to do that? Oh, I did that. You know, like, it's all the kind of stuff that you just kind of, I mean, when you're in a long-term committed relationship, that stuff is not being discussed. You're not talking about all this stuff. This was talked about a long time ago. These conversations have been had and whatever else. It's a completely different vibe. So it's just like, man, I forget my own past too. You know what I mean? So yeah, ultimately, I don't have anything automatic in particular that I'm seeking out. But in terms of the question of like slender, thin chicks, like skinny chicks or whatever, or like the thicker ones, definitely thicker. And in terms of looks aren't nearly as important as the fucking vibe. I've been with women who were closer to average than beautiful, and they were very exciting because of the eager energy they brought to the table. And I've been with women who were quite beautiful, and they had flaws that really diminished that, unfortunately, and led it to be like I've dated model level chicks, and I have no problem going and hitting on absolutely beautiful women because I know I can fucking deliver. I'm a high quality man. There's no arguing that shit. 100%, right? I am not a classically handsome man, but that doesn't matter because as soon as you infuse the personality, the charisma, the humor, all of it, the voice as well, I become fucking hot to these women. That's the reality, right? I've been called beautiful by multiple women, and I am not a beautiful man, right? But overall, you take it all together, and I become beautiful, and I'm cool with that. Oh, so yeah, I'm excited about. I'm excited about. Honestly, I'm excited about emotionally connecting with new people. The physical side of it is the next part, and it's enjoyable, but really, just the emotional experience is what I find thrilling at this juncture. You know. It's been a while since I've been in this mindset. So I'm enjoying it. I'm enjoying the potential. And I definitely capitalized on some opportunities over the weekend. Not to push it to the full completion, but, to have some fun. And it was good. It was good. Produce, legendary stream. This has been a good one, I would say. I agree. I've been enjoying this one. This will be up on the stream archive afterwards for anybody who didn't get to see it in its entirety. Kyle, when you flirt with really old women in public to make them feel good? Really? Well, Habanero flirts with really old women because he wants to hook up with them. I got a buddy who's in his 40s. His girlfriend is 70-something. Blows my mind. Blows my mind. But, I mean, everybody's different. I almost said to him when I met them, I was like, yo, I've never met your grandma. And I'm glad I didn't say that, because he introduced her as his girlfriend. And I was just like, oh, okay then. I don't know how you aren't worried about just pulverizing her bones. You know what I mean? But everybody's different. Everybody's different. And the most important thing is to understand who and what you are, so you don't waste your time trying to pretend you're something you're not. Right? You gotta be who you are. Whatever it is, that's what you have to be. You got to lean into it. You got to appreciate it, because you don't know how long you got. Life is something you have now. You got to be there in the moment. Don't spend all your time fucking worrying, and don't try and convince yourself you're something that you're not. Yeah, it's interesting. The world's an interesting place. No substitute for experience. Well, some people want the experience. And some people have no problem giving the experience, showing them. You know what I mean? Right? Bash, your brother is 44 and his wife just passed and was older than your mom. It's weird, but at the end of the day, connection can't be denied. If you feel a connection with somebody for real, explore it, live it. Have it when you can. Everything, in a way, is temporary. Even the people who get married at 15 and spend their life with the same partner, it's still temporary. Like, you don't get to keep anything. You don't get to keep anyone. It all goes. It all goes. So, I mean, you can carry experiences with you or whatever, but at the end of the day, you just got to embrace what you've got. Not squander it. Don't piss it away. It's hard though. It's easy to get set in a rhythm. It's easy to, you get in that cadence and then you forget that you're an animal, and a lot of this shit doesn't matter. Almost nothing in life matters. People matter. Nothing else does. The stuff that you own doesn't mean shit. Most of the things you want in life are actually pretty fucking worthless and won't fulfill you. Like, people think they want all these things, but they don't understand that what you really want is something else. You just don't get it. Like, people want to be famous. You don't want to be famous. You want money and you want love. And you want money because you want to be okay. You want resources. You want to survive. You want to live. That's it. That's it. You want to live and be okay. Almost everything just boils down to that. And it's all just things. If I just get this, it's going to be all right. If I just do this, it's going to be all right. And then you get that thing, or you do that thing, and you realize that's not it. That's not it. Jim Carrey was like, I wish you could all be rich and famous so you could see that these aren't the answers you're looking for. And it's true. It's genuinely true, right? It's connection with people. People are what matters. And all these things just fucking divide us. Chasing possessions that don't matter. Chasing status that doesn't matter. When you could just be connecting with people. That's what I want. The time I spent connecting with people over the course of this weekend, more valuable to me than anything. One of the reasons I love these streams so much is that we can connect on a different level, right? People tell me when they meet me, they're like, yo, you're exactly the same in person, right? It's because I'm not looking to put a wall up between us. I'm not looking to be fake. The reality is, by being me, I just draw on people who are like me. There's a resonance where you draw on people who are intelligent, fucking considerate, kind, all these things that actually fucking matter to me. And that's why you'll notice People make fucked up jokes in these streams like I do, but we don't have a bunch of pieces of shit in here. You go to other streams, you'll find a bunch of garbage people, a massive undulating wave of nonsense and worthlessness. But here, we got fucking top-notch quality. The streams aren't big, they're cozy little gatherings of good people, because that's how I fucking want it. That's why I value it. If I wanted streams with 1,000 people in them, it's easy. It's easy. There's all kinds of topics you can pick that have people flooding in. But then I just got to deal with all kinds of nonsense that I've got no interest in. And it's harder to connect with people, you know? Break stop, you'll decide that when you're rich. You'll get rich and you will come back to me and say, you're right. You're right. You will realize that money can't fix a bunch of your problems. Being like, having money doesn't solve all your problems. But having money will solve some of your, like, if you're fucking starving, you can't afford your rent and stuff, not having money is a big problem. But if you have the actual basics of life, the reality is having more money's not going to make you very much happier at all, or maybe not even happier at all. 100%. It doesn't matter as much as you think. When you're struggling, it matters. But when you can use it to smooth out the road, you're totally fine. It doesn't matter nearly as much. It really doesn't. Not that obviously I'm fucking rich or anything. Look at me. I just live in a fucking apartment. I don't have a car or anything. But really, I've been at like desperately impoverished. Now I got a roof over my head. I can afford to eat and I can fucking keep the lights on and whatever else. Like, I'm good. You don't need that much. And you think about this, there's all kinds of celebrities that take an early exit. They take an early exit. Think about it. They've got piles of money, tons and tons of fans. But that doesn't fulfill your actual needs. It really doesn't. Our needs are fundamental and simple, and they exist in nature. And by nature, I just mean human connection, not that you got to go and live in the woods. Yeah, Larry, exactly. Famous people do have a lot of problems. I've had a lot. Like, I'm not even famous. I'm that little pseudo-famous where in a tiny slice in the card game world, I'm actually a half decently big deal where a bunch of people know who the fuck I am and you can see my influence in different places, right? But like outside that, I'm a fucking nobody, and that's perfect because even the little sliver of fame that I've been given has been awful in a bunch of ways, right? I refuse to relinquish it because it fucking lets me connect with a bunch of cool people and I make a bunch of people happy. But there is a dark side to this shit that is genuinely uncomfortable. And when I tell people some of this stuff in person, their eyes just like, what? And it's like, yeah, it's dangerous too. There's like, it negatively impacts you in a bunch of ways. It negatively impacted my marriage in a big way, you know, like the way that people act and the way they want to get to you or get at you and all of it. It's crazy. It's crazy. Yeah, Vash, exactly. People trying to find meaning in meaningless things. They don't understand. They don't understand. They don't get it. There's surprisingly little that you actually need and genuinely want. And the rest of it is window dressing. It is one of your wants dressed up as something else. And if you were actually to pull it down, break it down, deconstruct it, you would find out that it falls into one of a few categories. And really, you just want to be okay. You want to be able to survive, and you want to connect with your fellow man. That's it. You just want to connect with humans and have enough to survive. You just don't want to die, and you want to connect. That's it. That's what life is. That's what there's nothing else. Everything boils down to that, pretty much, right? You need money, so you're not going to die. So you can afford food, so you can afford to have a place where you live where you can be safe, so you can afford to get medical treatment. It all just boils down to staying alive and connecting on a social level. Though that's it. That's life. That's life. Everything else is literally just, you've been tricked into thinking it fucking feeds one of those two things, right? Calming that, you know what, buddy? That's a good thing to do. Going out of your way to just, you never know how hard a time people are having and how something small can keep them from making the wrong choice and taking an early exit. Absolutely. That's one of the big reasons that I'm always joking with people. Humor is an incredible tool where you can make somebody happy against their will. They can be miserable and you can make them laugh against their fucking will. And laughter is light. In a world of darkness, it is light. And sometimes all you need is a tiny little flash of light to remind you that it exists and push the darkness away enough for you to catch a breath, and then you can keep going, right? 100%. 100%. So I know there are multiple people who have told me, like, you've helped me through some really hard times. And that's massively meaningful to me because everybody matters. Everybody's got a life that is full of fucking hardship and tragedy. Obviously, there's joys and stuff like that, but everybody has genuine sorrow that they've already experienced, that they're going to experience, in an existence that you never asked for and you have surprisingly little control over, right? Like, we pretend that we're not animals. We pretend that we're not like everything else scurrying around the earth. You see things just running around looking for food, trying to survive and whatever. We're the same. We've just set up grocery stores and done things. Previous generations have set it up in a way where it's not as much of a struggle for us. But at the end of the day, we're the same. We're the same. And everybody's got to deal with a lot of things that can be really, really heavy. So when you can do something small that makes it easier on other people, it's a big deal. You know, it really is. It really is. Sparrow, money will come and go. People can last a lifetime. People are far more valuable than money. 100%. I like money because money frees me up to get to do this with you guys. If I didn't get enough from doing the live streaming, making videos and stuff, if you guys didn't love me the way you do and support me the way you do, then I would have to go and work like a regular job. And that would take up a lot of my time, a lot of my energy, and I would still end up streaming here or there. But it would be, for example, the last week where I was gone doing all this stuff, it's just like I wouldn't have nearly as much time for it. I wouldn't get to connect with you guys the same way. It wouldn't operate the same way. I would be connecting with people in person, but I wouldn't get to do this as well. You know what I mean? I'd still be out there making jokes and doing everything I do, but it would be on the personal level like I did before I had this fucking setup, which is amazing because I get to reach so many more people. I get to have these cozy little streams with my friends. I make videos for people. I've got a bunch of different channels, and there's no signs of this stopping anytime soon, which is great. I mean, if it does end, then it ends. It's like, I'm glad that I got to do this. It was incredible. And I'll move on to other things and I'll accept whatever happens in life because that's how it goes. You have to take care of yourself. You have to survive, right? So I am eternally grateful that I get to do this. I am very happy that you guys choose to come and hang out with me. And I obviously have a massive amount of gratitude for the financial support that I've been given as well. On top of things like the emotional support. I go through hard things. I get tons of people reaching out to me, hoping that they can help me feel a little bit better. Bro, you've done a lot for me. Let me do something for you. And honestly, I don't feel like I deserve all this. I don't. I have never felt at any point like I do enough to deserve everything I get out of this. I don't. I genuinely don't. Because it just feels, obtuse. It feels so like I'm just some dickhead who runs his mouth on the internet. I'm just some regular dude running his mouth on the internet. And yet somehow I can make a whole bunch of people happy. And some people help them, like, straight up terminally ill people are like, thank you. And it's like wild. It's absolutely wild. Wild. You know? People have told me they've helped them through lots of different dark things. Like their divorce. And people have said they didn't think they'd make it if they didn't have these streams to come to. And that's fucking crazy. You know? To get to do something like that. Because it's hard. Existence is hard, you know? It's a real challenge. And I don't want people taking an early exit if I can help. So it's nice to know that sometimes I do. Sometimes I've been responsible for somebody not taking an early exit. It's a lot. It's fucking heavy shit. I know we go all over the place here, don't we, right? Holy shit, man. Oh, wow. But that's part of what I love too, you know? Because there's no rules. There's no rules about what we're going to talk about or where we're going to go. Common, you had an epiphany. She might be out of your league physically, but doesn't mean she's out of your league emotionally. Well, that's it, or intellectually. Like, physical is only one aspect of it. And the reality is, women are way less shallow than men. Most of the time. Most of the time. So, it's really about the kind of person you're dealing with more than anything. Absolutely wild. Anyways, thanks for coming and hanging out, my friends. It's time to wrap up the stream. We will get back together again soon, but for now, I need to go get some rest. This trip has really taken it out of me. I've been beasting with two backs today, or beasting with two fronts, I should say. So yeah, we shall reconvene again soon, most likely on the morrow. But for now, I gotta go because I can feel my emotional flow, and I'm getting fucking weepy here. All right, so thanks for coming. Safe travels. We will be back together soon. Right? Goodbye.